So Nearby Lucas, I'm still not used to saying it. What are we talking about today?
No, I'm still not used to Nearby Lucas, but yeah, I guess we're just talking about mar-vell.
Captain Mar-vell. Don't bother scrolling down to the comments, folks. It's just not worth it. Look, so far away. It's been 16 months of doing it. Please forgive me for doing this. So Nearby Lucas, or just Lucas, what are we talking about today?
Yeah, so as we mentioned, we're talking about Captain Mar-vell, also known as Karl Danvers.
Yes, and the wiki we're referring to for this episode of Wiki Weekends, I'm going to guess, can be found below. But we'll start at the beginning, as we often do, with a quote from Miss Danvers. And it says here, "My name is Captain Mar-vell. I'm an Earthling and an Avenger. But today I stand as one of the settlers of Torfa, who claim this planet and its resources as they were freely given in the aftermath of the Behemoth disaster." All those things sound awesome. They are a peaceful people, but I'm a woman of war. If you move against them, you move against me. And I am willing to die here today. For this cause, I have made my choice. Now, make yours. That's a fucking badass quote.
That really is, and it's like the don't fuck with me, but I did appreciate that she's like, I am an Earthling. Just forget about the Kree part.
Yeah, forget all about. Also, that is a threat that she can follow through on, considering that like in the MCU, and almost every character in the MCU is weaker than their comic counterpart, she headbutts her way through Thanos' warship. She doesn't even fight, she just headbutts it. It's like, what do you do? And, Lucas, are you ready for some band names?
Hell yeah.
So we have the aliases here for Captain Mar-vell. And before that, though, her name is Carol Susan Jane Danvers, which is a human name, and her Cree name is, I'm not making this up, Karl.
And it also sounds like
Lucas did the glasses lift up thing. You literally did it like, yeah, I get it.
But it's also like Kal-El, like Superman, and I'm just like...
Or Mar-vell, who was the guy she inherited the powers from. But yeah, aliases, pads and pencils at the ready, folks at home. See your band names we have here. Her editorial name is simply Mighty Captain Mar-vell, and her other aliases include The Accuser, Ace, Binary, Black Widow, Captain Danvers, Karl Danvers, Carol Daniels, Captain Whizbang. That's a good one. I don't mind. I'll have a Captain Whizbang t-shirt with Brie Larson's face on it. Catherine Donovan, Cheeseburger, Doctor Strange, Gloria Steinem, Karolaya Danielovska, Lady Mar-vell, Linda Danvers, Major Danvers, Ms. M, Ms. Mar-vell, Warbird, and Venom. And that's a scary Venom.
Yeah.
Venom with Captain Mar-vell's powers.
That would be kind of crazy.
That is terrible. I'm loving Cheeseburger.
I just like Whizbang, Captain Whizbang.
Captain Whizbang is pretty fucking awesome.
That's like a 90s kid TV show character, isn't it?
The Adventures of Captain Whizbang and her, like, space adventurers or something like that. And Lucas, before we move on to powers and abilities, thoughts on Captain Mar-vell?
Well, it's Captain Mar-vell, isn't it, right? Because Mar-vell is the person that she inherits Captain Mar-vell from, yeah. But no, I... A, really like Carol Danvers, and B, I also like Brie Larson playing Carol Danvers.
Whoa, did you say you like Brie Larson on the internet? Lucas, we're saying this is going on the internet. You can't say that. I'm being sarcastic. I love Brie Larson as well. Yep. I adore her and everything she's been in. And I will never stop laughing at all the weird men online who are like, she can't act. It's like, well, here's a picture of her with a fucking Oscar for acting. Don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, not only just like as Captain Mar-vell, yeah, I know I've like seen her in like Community. And,
no, she's in that, isn't she?
She's in Community, yeah.
But she's in it alongside Alice and Brie.
Yes.
And have you ever heard that thing? Those two should marry and swap last names. so you have Alison Larson and Brie.
But then she's like in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World as well. And
she has the best fucking cameo in that.
Well, like, she does that rendition of the song, doesn't she?
She sung it herself, yeah.
She sung it herself and they've released it like more recently on like Spotify, and I've just immediately whacked that on a playlist. Like, yes,
it actually was her singing that, and it's like Michael Cera, is it?
Yes, Michael Cera.
He played the bass as well himself.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Yeah, he was taught oddly enough by is it Other Scott?
Yeah.
Neil, is it Neil? Sorry, Neil.
Oh, Young Neil.
Young Neil, yeah, that guy. He was the bass teacher for Michael Cera.
And then they make him like the replacement bass player when he leaves, right?
Yeah. Oh god, that film has so many superhero cameos specifically. So let's just start. We got Brie Larson. Mm-hmm. We've got Chris Evans.
Yep.
We've got Thomas Jane, who's the Punisher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he's one of the vegan cops.
Yeah.
Is that Carl Urban with him as well?
Don't know.
Who's the other vegan cop?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
But then, like, they're going after, oh God, what's that guy's name?
Brandon Routh.
Brandon Routh, who's Superman and the Atom.
Yeah.
He's that one. Who else? I want to say there's more.
I think there is more.
All right, so we're going to go straight down now to powers and abilities. And Lucas, do you want to take a guess what a power grid looks like?
Lots of 5s and 6s. I'm guessing energy projection's really good.
Yeah, you're pretty much right there. So people don't know power grid, 1 to 7, 7 nigh omnipotent or godlike, 1 being an average human. Captain Marvel's is intelligence a 3, strength and speed are a 5, durability is a 6, energy projection's a 5, and fighting skills are a 4.
Okay.
I don't think you really need to fight as well when you can headbutt your way through a warship.
And that's the thing is, like, I assumed that energy projection would be the thing because all you see is her flying around, just emanating power at all times.
That's why she's not good at energy projection. She's not projecting in any specific fashion. It's just constantly being exuded from her body.
Well, I can't remember the name of the beam, but I'm sure you can tell me in a minute. But she's constantly shooting beams out of her hand.
We'll figure out, won't we? So we have here powers and abilities. Nick Fury's intel classifies Captain Marvel as a power level 8, and I believe it only goes up to a 10.
Oh,
so she's pretty good there. So enhanced physical abilities. Superhuman strength. Karl is superhumanly strong. Though a specific level of strength has varied over the years, she was previously listed as roughly of class 50, half of her original strength as the binary. However, since she is able to absorb and manipulate various types of energy, she can use this redirected energy to temporarily increase her physical strength to near binary levels. So binary must be like a form she had that was super powerful.
Yeah.
As it says here that currently her strength level at its resting rate allows her to lift and support well over 100 tons. Superhuman durability. The tissues of her body are considerably harder and more resistant to physical injury than those of an ordinary human. She's able to withstand high caliber bullets, great impact forces, falls from a great height, and exposures to temperatures and pressure extremes, and powerful energy blasts without sustaining any injury whatsoever. While channeling the energy she has absorbed, her body resilience is extended to an even greater degree. It says here that as binary, she was able to survive the explosion that destroyed an entire planet. It sounds impressive. Seeing like so many Marvel, like Iron Man can do that.
No way Iron Man can survive.
I'm pretty
with a
sure we
blown up
covered
planet.
Iron Man. It said one of his armors like survived like a black hole.
Not regular Iron Man though, like one of the bullshit Iron Man, like super power Iron Man armors. Like
Superhuman agility. Her balanced bodily coordination enhanced levels beyond the natural limits of the human. Well, she flies at light speed, of course. That's like just a given. If you're able to fly through space, you need superhuman agility because you'll just get hit by like rocks every 5 minutes. Flight. Karl is capable of propelling herself through the air and the vacuum of space at tremendous speeds. Her top speed is unknown. She once flew at 3 times the speed of sound for several hours.
Mach 3 is like pretty impressive. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great though if you were in a jet and you just look out the window and you see Captain Marvel? I wonder how often that happens in the Marvel universe. How often do they just see superheroes?
Yeah, because they live in a world where even in Iron Man 1, he's just taking on fighter jets.
Yeah, because I think they have a moment like that. It's a deleted scene from the first Avengers movie where like Steve Rogers just goes and sits down in a cafe and he's just drawing, and someone walks past. He's looking up at Avengers Tower, and a lady walks past and goes, "Oh, you're waiting to see him." So it must be like that must be a pastime in New York to like look out for Iron Man.
I mean, people go train spotting in real life, Karl.
Like, Iron Man spotting way more.
Iron Man spotting would be awesome.
Spaceflight. As binary, Karl's capable of surviving unaided in the vacuum of space for, and I quote, an indefinite amount of time. It says that after losing her binary power, she's proved incapable of achieving orbit or surviving unaided in space. However, while she was highly intoxicated, she attempted to do so. She once got drunk and flew to space.
I can do it.
That sounds like she was pissed out of her gourd and went, I bet I can. I used to be, I still can. That's like guys in a pub who are like, oh, I can still do like 100 press-ups or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, you could like 20 years ago, but now you're like a fat sack of shit. So you can't say, no, I can still fly space. Oh, Lucas, Flash precognition, aka cosmic awareness / hypercosmic awareness.
Holy shit.
As Ms. Marvel, Karl was subconsciously able to anticipate the moves of her opponents, though his power activated randomly, making it unreliable. That's terrifying.
Fucking hell.
Just randomly, she knows someone's going to punch her in the back of the head. Because that's the thing, if it activates randomly, that means you'd never feel safe.
It's like random spider sense, but throughout all of the universe.
That'd be so much worse, because if it was random, it means that you'll never, ever be on, like, you'll never not be on edge.
Because you never know whether it's working or not.
Exactly. It's like, do I feel safe because I am safe, or because my power's not working? There's like a meteorite heading towards me right now. After Rogue robbed her of her power, she was subsequently transformed into binary. After her binary powers phasing out, Karl's seventh sense returned. T'Challa theorized that when the Kree Psyche Magnetron fucks so fucking much. She inherited some of Mar-vell's abilities during her exposure to it. In that sense, her travels across exospace and the like bolster this aspect of her powers to see the cage outside of reality that is binding the universe. What is this? I love this series.
Should I just get up and leave? Just what is that bullshit?
Oh, and this best me as well. The person who noticed that's a man who runs around as a bulletproof cat man. Energy manipulation. Much like her namesake predecessor, Captain Mar-vell can control, absorb, and manipulate various energy types and discharges them however she sees fit. Over the years, Karl's become an expert modulating the various aspects of repurposed energy, even learning some new tricks from her alternate counterparts during her life as a superheroine. So she can absorb all types of energy for the purpose of temporarily enhancing her own attributes. She can augment her strength and energy projection up to the force of an exploding nuclear weapon. When empowered by enough energy, she can assume her binary. Like they keep mentioning binary, so I think binary must be super fucking OP.
Yeah, I think binary is essentially just her Super Saiyan form, and like, you know, whether the writers decide whether she can use it or not is just whether she needs to be that powerful.
Photonic blast. Karl can fire powerful concussive blasts of photon or stellar light energy from her hands and fingertips, whereas a doppelganger of hers discharges the energy from its eyes. Do you know what that means as well? That means she can charge your phone.
Quite quickly, I hope.
See, how many people do you think do that? How many people do you think just give her the phone? just hold my phone. I'd do that.
It's like in, I think it's My Hero Academia where they do a shot where the guy that has the
electric
electric guy just charges people's phones.
I love that. I love completely pointless uses of... It's like the best bit in the X-Men is where Iceman cools down a beer.
Oh, yeah.
He just cools down Wolverine's beer. And then, the thing is, it's weird though, he's not mentioning her power of when she tweets, weird men make 2.5 hour long videos.
That's the strongest power of all.
It's the strongest power of all she has, yeah. My favourite thing is that there's people out there who are so mad about that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And we don't give a fuck.